morning, folks. My insomnia has kicked in. So it's like 5 in the morning and I haven't been to bed yet. So I'm going to cook Ernie some cornmeal pudding for his breakfast. Now, I don't know of a better name for this. What we're going to use is we're going to use plain cornmeal. Yellow cornmeal is what I happen to have, so that's what I'm using. I'm going to use 4 eggs. I can't tell you if those are large or whatever. 4 cups of water. There's the cornmeal right there, and that is 1.5 cups of cornmeal. And then I'm going to add some of these dates. As you can see, my bargain hunting, I got these dates for $1. So we're going to use those chopped dates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 2 cups of the water here in the pan. And I'm going to bring that water to a boil. So now I'll bring you back when that water has come to a boil. Okay, so now we got a boil on this water. I did spray this, happened to be using a frying pan. I did spray this frying pan with some non-stick before I started. So I started with 4 cups of water and 1.5 cups of cornmeal. And I mixed some of the cornmeal. I put about half of the water in there, and I've got half the water here, and I mixed the cornmeal in there. Just like when you're making grits, it helps if you do this. It helps you to keep from getting lumps. So now I'm going to pour that cornmeal in there. Let me get all that cornmeal out. Okay, now we're going to cook this for, about 5 minutes until it starts to thicken a little bit. Now remember, this is just plain cornmeal and water. A lot like making grits or polenta. Not exactly the same, but kind of. And I used yellow cornmeal because that's what I had. Now see how it's starting to thicken up? Okay. So now what we want to do is we want to add our eggs. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm a lazy cook. So I don't want to have to temper my eggs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this cool off. So I'm going to give it, maybe about 10 minutes. Well, you know, it didn't even cook for 5, did it? I'm going to let this cool off a little bit so I don't have to temper my eggs. I could temper my eggs, but I find it easier to just let this cool off, and then I'm going to add my eggs. So I'll be back when it cools off. Okay, y'all, my pudding or porridge, whatever we're going to call it, has been cooling for about 10 minutes. See how it's thickened up there? So now I'm going to break my eggs in there. So hold on. Okay, so there's my 4 eggs. So we're going to whisk them in. Now, did you notice I didn't put any sugar in there? And the reason for that is dates are sweet. And I would prefer that Ernie just add some sugar as he eats it. Now, just a second, I gotta add a pinch of salt. Okay, so here's my pinch of salt. Now, I'm gonna turn on my heat. Y'all, this is real good. Let me turn my heat down so it's not real hot. This is real good in the wintertime. It's a porridge, but it's a pudding. But this is real good served hot. Well, since it's, I think it's 5:30 in the morning right now, and I'm not going to wake Ernie up and make him do his taste test just yet. So I'm going to serve this to him cold. Now, if this was winter, well, he'd be getting a hot porridge breakfast. But it's summer, So he's going to get a cold one. So just a second, when this starts heating up a little bit more, I'll bring you back. Now, see how it's getting nice and good and bubbly? So we're just going to, just like pudding, y'all, we're just making a cornmeal pudding. That's about it. It's a porridge, but it's a pudding. So we're just going to do some cook on it here. Now I think I'm going to go ahead and add my dates. These are chopped dates. Now, if what I'm going to do is I'm going to make up a bowl of this. Get those dates broke up. You can add any kind of fruit to it you want. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this on the stove. Like I said, in wintertime you could serve it hot. But I want to serve it to Ernie cold, and I don't want to tax my refrigerator with making this whole pot cooled off. So I got a small bowl here, and I'm going to make him a small bowl, put it in the refrigerator. By the time he gets up, tomorrow morning, which is really this morning, it'll be nice and cool and cold and ready for him to enjoy. So I'm just going to do a little bit more here. I think that's good. So let me serve. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the heat, and I'm going to serve him up some in this bowl. He'll have a nice cold pudding for breakfast. So here's the lid. The gas is off. So I'm going to put this in the fridge, and I'll bring you back when Ernie does his official taste test. Okay, y'all, Ernie's up. And here's the cornmeal pudding. It's been sitting in the refrigerator, so it should be nice and cool. Now, if you were going to eat this hot, you could put some cream over the top. Kind of like how you do, apple dumplings or something. But Ernie's just going to taste this just like it is. So Ernie, come on and do your taste test. Now, you may want to add some sugar to that, honey. Do you want to add some sugar to it?
No.
So what do you think?
Hey.
What?
Hey.
No, you guys, honey, they don't know nice. It's either good, bad, or
good.
Okay, it's good. So there you go, y'all. Cornmeal pudding. Cornmeal porridge. Kind of like, what's that called? Cornmeal mush. And there's the pot that's been setting. So thanks for watching, guys. And try it. Bye.